Yeah. So first of all, hi, I'm Andrea.
Nice to meet you, Laura.
I will be your coach for this session. We're gonna be talking for 20 minutes, and we're gonna try to solve or find ways that you can solve an issue or reach a goal that you have. First of all, this session will be recorded. It will stay confidential between myself, yourself, and the professor that is only going to judge my performance.
Okay.
And yeah, basically that's it. So, how you want to start? Tell me about yourself a little bit and
Sure.
how go you want to work on for this week.
Okay, cool. So I'm currently working for an online education company. We're a startup, so everything is very crazy and very new, and we're implementing lots of processes and just trying to grow, and we're growing really, really quickly. But right now, one of the kind of things that I want to work on is, so we have a team of people who we're all at the similar level, but I've been, because I was one of the first ones to join that team and to kind of form it, people are coming to me to take the lead on a lot of things and to take the initiative, which is fantastic. But I think what I want to do now is to really work on how I can take that lead and showcase what I'm doing throughout the whole company. And I'm not quite sure of the best way to do that right now.
Okay, so you want to focus on how to lead other people.
Yeah.
And have you struggled already with this kind of situations in the past?
Yeah, I would say, I think when I was actually at Holt last year, one of my biggest challenges was rallying people around a common goal. And I feel like sometimes in the company right now, not necessarily at our level, but at other levels, people have mixed ideas and mixed feelings of what goals are, and it's quite hard to get people aligned because everyone has very strong-willed, and everyone's quite senior. We don't really have any junior level people, so there's just a lot of tension.
Okay, and how if you had to work out where in the situation at Holt and what didn't for you?
So I would say things that worked really well were delivering results, so having data behind what we were doing.
Okay.
And things that didn't work really well, I had a tendency to, when people within my team would begin to kind of argue or debate, I would lean towards agreeing with someone just to stop the debate because I don't like conflict, rather than actually trying to step in and resolve it.
Okay, and is this something that you want to change? And what would be a good way that you think you could approach the situation to change from getting agreeing with to avoid the confliction, and now to have a better leadership and being able to emphasize your ideas in the workplace?
So I think, I definitely need, to prove results, and I think our team already is proving ourselves a lot, but I think we need more than that, because sometimes when they're bigger decisions and they impact more people, I think I need to kind of step back and say, okay, what is each person's idea going to bring, and try to not always just think about my own opinion as well, but to be more objective and to kind of listen to everyone.
Okay, and in this coaching session, what you hope to achieve, or what do you want to have after this?
So I guess I really want to have kind of a clear idea of how to take how to take bigger ideas and to make them heard amongst senior members of the team. So from our level, take them up another level and prove to them that what we're saying is, like that we can do it, basically.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. You want to make sure that your ideas are being heard, especially by people that are having not more senior, but like also with more power in the company.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly that. Yeah.
And if you had to come up with something that you would do to make sure, what is the first thing that you that comes to mind, and how you would face this issue?
It's hard, but I think, the first thing I think is to, whatever the idea of, when it's like a bigger idea or a larger thing we're working on, to put together a proposal with data and really something solid that we can showcase to those people, and set aside a specific time that we can meet and dedicate that time maybe to that sole project, because a lot of times we try to take our ideas to a meeting, which happens once a week with kind of our managers and the one above. And the problem is, like, we often don't get to our points because they have other points which a lot of us don't even find relevant. That's another story. But I think because like we're like, okay, can we have a dedicated time within that meeting? It's not happening. Like, he's not giving us that dedicated time. So I think maybe we need to think of other ways and other moments that we can approach him, maybe about more specific things.
So you want to think about ways that you can, and different that you can approach him on so your voice can be heard.
Yeah.
Have you seen in your workplace someone that does this, someone that had the same issue and solved that problem?
So I've seen people everyone has a similar issue right now, I think, but they tend to not solve it by going and like presenting things. They tend to just do it.
Okay.
It's kind of one of those things of like, ask forgiveness later, like you just go and do it. Which we definitely do to a certain extent, but I feel like there are certain things that really it has a bigger impact, and I think we need to go up and like actually sit down with the managers above us and be like, hey, this is what we want to do, this is what we think. So I think the person that I've seen do that most effectively is actually my manager. Okay. He's very good at that. But he's very strong-willed. He's very like detail-oriented. So he like maps out every single thing, and he will have already thought of every potential question that could come up in every potential scenario. And he'll just kind of sit down and he knows what he wants to say, but he'll stick to it. He's like, this is it. I'm not accepting anything except this. But I'm not sure if I feel comfortable doing that.
Okay, so you're not comfortable doing the same thing. Like, it's not like how you would approach the situation. Mm-hmm. And have you you said that the manager this one has, like, he does this. Have you talked with him, or like ask him some opinions that he can give you, so like he can use his experience to help you?
Yeah, so I've asked him for he's helped me with a lot of things, but I think right now he's facing the same difficulty with the same person, that he can't get, there's this one person kind of blocking the way for all of us, so I can definitely speak with him again, I think, and say like, this one particular proposal that we have, we think it's really important that this is showcased to all of them and then the person above, because he's the one that would give the yes or no to implement it. And I guess to get some ideas on how I could do that based on what he says.
Okay. And if you had to name one, what's the next step that you would do? Like, and we said that you want to manage to have your ideas to the managers or like someone above you in the workplace, and you said that each meeting is weekly occur. So I would imagine that you want to do this for the next meeting already. Mm-hmm. No. And what from now until the first meeting, what is the first step or next step that you can take to have a better approach with this manager you want to give your ideas to?
So I think besides writing the actual proposal itself, which I know we're going to sit down and do, but I think the next step would be to go to my manager and say, like, this is what we want to present to him. We're planning on doing this in whenever this is going to happen, the next meeting. Like, how do you suggest that we get listened to and that we even just get the time? It doesn't matter if that proposal is accepted or not, but how do you propose that we, put ourselves on his radar and make him realize that this is important? So maybe I can schedule a meeting with my manager and then take it from there.
Okay. And if asking what do you think it's making this wall appear between you and the people above you? What's the situation that you think is causing this mostly?
So I think, honestly, the real reason, so our managers, they're fine, but the one above who's kind of blocking this, he only joined 6 months ago, so he's still trying to learn the company and trying to learn and understand what we do. The problem is, as a startup, things move so fast that you can't still be learning after 6 months. Or maybe you can, but it's very difficult to still be learning. So when we need something, or we see this gap, we can do something and we can improve a process, or we can improve something for our end users, he maybe doesn't understand the value because he hasn't been there long enough to really understand why we want to do that. So I think it's also, the other issue is that we're not very good at showing him the value it's going to bring.
Okay, and well, that relates also with what you said before, not showing the value. You come up with a possible solution, which is giving data, which is also what you used on your hold to focus on the issues of and everything. Do you think that could be a solution, or you think that you need to focus even more on something else to get even more his attention?
I think data is definitely helpful, and I think he's very driven by data. And now I'm thinking as well, I think it's also maybe a personal confidence thing as well on my side, because I'm kind of unofficially leading this team, and so sometimes I maybe doubt myself. So when it comes to presenting something, and then I'm like, oh, but what if maybe I'm not right, or I don't necessarily have that confidence to even though maybe I'll do it, maybe it comes across that I'm not that confident. So maybe there's also some personal things I need to work on too.
Okay, and on that note, what helps you get more comfortable and talking? Especially on the workplace, you said about data, and that's something that you said it makes you more comfortable, especially when you work at Holt. You develop this confidence because of data you presented. Is this could be enough, or you feel like you can improve even more your confidence?
I think it's kind of a combination. So I think definitely the data is really helpful, but I think I can also improve with kind of training myself to believe in myself. I think that's something the whole growth mindset thing. But honestly, I think what really helps me is when I have somebody who I can share my thoughts and ideas with first, before I go in there and have a conversation with someone. And now I'm thinking there is someone that at work that we're very close, and I think I could do that with, because they're very non-judgmental. So everywhere they'll just kind of give me feedback. Okay,
and then you think this person will be willing? I imagine if you said, I imagine you did. Okay, and well, I actually think that we did a really good progress on this. Because you started with like the problems of the startup, and like as you said, your goal was to manage ways that you can talk above with people from other people that are above yourself, the manager of the manager.
Yeah.
And you came up with a couple of things that could help. First of all, thinking about the halt, about the data that gives you confidence and makes in a way important to this person to look at it, and having a considering this worth to have a look and have a meeting also. But also you came up with a way to increase your confidence on by presenting first to a colleague, which is this friend. Do you think this could be something that you could do on since you said every scheduling meeting is weekly basis? Do you think you can do this after before each meeting?
Yeah, I mean, I think I could definitely set up some time where I can just message my friend and be like, hey, do you mind, like, maybe over lunch or something, just like 10 minutes, just to sit down and like say, hey, do you mind if I just share my thoughts and like how I'm going to put this across? He's also extremely good with words, and I think sometimes, again, like, I find it very easy to hide behind an email or hide behind like something that's written, whereas I have to build up the confidence to say it out loud. So I think he'll be able to help me with that.
Okay. I think this coaching session was helpful, and you achieve your goal on finding ways you can improve and being able to talk with the manager of the manager.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that's really helpful. Because before I was just thinking like, how am I supposed to do this by myself? But I think it's good to think of like other people around me that can help me as well, and other things that can bring me along. So yeah, that's really, really helpful.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Bye.